afternoon, one and all. It's my privilege to welcome our guest, Engineer Ravi Asrani. He's a director of and master trainer Om Vedic Ganit Sansthan Indore. And I want to thank the whole team of Applied Science Department, the convener of program, Professor Sonal, co-convener Harsha Madam and Dilip for organizing this wonderful and very different kind of workshop, mathematics from ancient to present. It's a wonderful topic you have chosen, and definitely our audience will get the information on how our mathematics started very beginning 1200 BC. What was the contribution of Aryabhat, Brahmagupta and Bhaskara, then how the mathematics came with a different picture of sine and cosine. It's a really a wonderful story which we should know. Then and then feel proud. What was the contribution of the old scientists, those were not actually listed anywhere, but this was the contribution of our country. A decimal number system, all number system were available in the form of our Vedas, and जब इसको देखेंगे तब पता चलेगा. तो it's a wonderful opportunity to all the participants, and I hope there is a 124 participants are there. So more than 120 are really हैं यहाँ पर. तो सभी लोग बहुत इसको समझने की कोशिश करें. Then only you will feel proud. हमारी कंट्री पे हमें प्राउड क्यों होता है, तब सही में प्राउड फील होगा कि हमारा क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन था मैथ्स में. ये तो पता ही नहीं है. हम समझते हैं ये मैथमेटिक्स पूरा बाहर से आया हुआ है. बिल्कुल नहीं है. मैथमेटिक्स का सबसे जबरदस्त कंट्रीब्यूशन हम लोगों का रहा है. Okay, so I want to say all the best to all the participants and organizer, and once again I welcome Ravi sir. You're most welcome in the first session which will be conducted soon. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Akhilesh Upadhyay. Now, proceeding further. Now, I would like to invite Professor Sonal Tripathi, Head of Department, to say something.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Dear participant, the speaker for the day, Engineer Ravi Asrani, HOI sir, for motivating us, and I think mathematics is a part of life. Everything is basically the calculation based. Our life is also based upon the calculations, whether we are getting profit or loss. So mathematics is again part of life, and in each and every phase of our journey of education, we basically inculcate the mathematical interpretations in various formats. So at that time, we basically believe that some of the tricks available with us so that we can easily solve our problems we are facing in various situations during our studies and during the conversion of that studies into the particular working model or working hypothesis. So I hope this workshop, transmutation of mathematics, will going to benefit in that particular scenario, that some of the techniques are available which can be uh, help us to basically resolve the problems or basically formulate the idea behind that can be easily understand easily we can understand and we can basically incorporate in the designing process of various theoretical knowledge. So I wish all the best to all the participants and the organizers, Professor Harsha Atre, convener of this particular workshop, and Professor Dilip Kacheta for organizing this workshop in such a wonderful manner. And so many participants are there, and these are the budding engineers, these are the budding scientists for the next generation. So obviously they will definitely going to benefit from this kind of workshop. So transmutation of mathematics from ancient to current era or present era will be based upon the entire gist of that particular theory is available with us at that time and in the current scenario. All the best, and thank you so much, Ravi Asrani sir, for joining us and for delivering talk to our students and the participants inside the stage and outside the stage. So many participants are connected with us from outside the stage also. So hope this journey will, this 5-day journey will going to benefit you all. Thanks so much and congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Sunal Tripathi. Taking the program forward, now I would like to throw some light on the speaker of the day. Mr. Engineer Ravi Asrani, Director and Master Trainer, Omni Vedic Ganit Sansthan, Indore. He is MSc and B.Ed in Mathematics from DAVV Indore. He completed his certificate course on Vedic Mathematics from Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bhopal, and Diploma in Vedic Mathematics from Nagpur University. He is pursuing his PhD in Vedic Mathematics from York University, UK. He has been teaching academic and competitive mathematics courses up to PG level at various institutes of Indore since 1998. He has presented papers on ancient Vedic mathematics in 3 national conferences in NCERT and in 6 international conferences organized by IAV and UK, Shikshta Sanskriti, Uthanyas, JNU, PYSR. He has also established the Vedic Mathematics Learning Center, Omni Academy for Vedic Maths, Kesar Bagh Road, Indore. He has conducted many workshops and webinars on Vedic maths for teachers and students. He has started free teaching of Vedic mathematics for less privileged government school students at Visarjan Ashram, Indore. He has also worked as a trainer for certificate courses at Vedic Mathematics at Indore Center of Atal Bihari Vajpayee University, Bhopal, India, at DAVV Auditorium in Indore. In December 2019, he has presented techniques on Vedic maths. And he has started Sunday school for Vedic maths at Omni Vedic Maths Academy Indore for juniors and for seniors, participating in competitive exams at a very nominal fee. He has authored a self-published book, Blissful with Vedic Mathematics. He is also accredited by IABM UK as a regional coordinator for Vedic Maths Olympiad 2021. He has registered himself as an LLC teaching Vedic Maths on Government Career Portal. Thank you so much, Ravi sir, for joining with us. It's really a great privilege to hear you. Over to you, Ravi sir.
A very warm good afternoon to everyone present here. Am I audible, ma'am? Can my voice
Yes,
reach
sir,
you,
you
ma'am?
are audible.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir, audible. You are audible.
It's an honor and pleasure for me to present significant contribution of ancient Indian mathematicians and applications of Vedic mathematics. We are here under the umbrella of Sage University Indore. Thanks to Dr. Akhilesh Upadhyay sir, Professor Sonal Tripathi, Professor Harsha Atre, Professor Dilip Lacheka for giving me this opportunity, and welcome to all participants present in this webinar. Now I request host to please allow me to share my screen, which I have prepared especially for you all.
Sir, you can share your screen now. You can share your screen now as you are the co-host of the program.
Thank you, ma'am. We Indians are proud that we are heroes behind the zero. Discovery of zero, present number system, concept of infinity, and miracle of Vedic maths are the greatest contribution of India to the world in the field of mathematics. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. But most of the people are unaware of Indian mathematicians' contribution to algebra. I want to invite attention of the students and teachers of mathematics to the greatest contribution of ancient Indian mathematicians in the field of algebra. One of the most important contribution of them is the discovery of perfect methods to obtain integral solution of indeterminate equations. First, let us see what indeterminate equation is. If the number of unknown quantities is greater than the number of independent equations, there will be infinitely many solutions, and the equations are said to be indeterminate. The indeterminate equation of first degree in two unknowns x and y of the type ax minus by equal to c, where abc are constant integers, is called linear Diophantine equation. Quadratic indeterminate equation of the form nx square plus 1 equal to y square is called Varga Prakriti by ancient Indian mathematicians. The word Varg means square and it refers to x square. While the word Prakriti means nature and it refers to coefficient n. Presently, this equation is wrongly called as Pell's equation. Now I present an interesting true story about a particular quadratic indeterminate equation. 61x square plus 1 equal to y square is remarkable example of great historical interest. The famous French mathematician Pierre de Fermat in 1657 AD proposed the equation 61x square plus 1 equal to y square for solution in integers as a challenge to his fellow mathematicians in the Europe. Several mathematicians participated in Fermat's challenge, but none of them succeeded in solving this equation in integers. This problem interested mathematicians for about 75 years. This Fermat's challenge problem, 61x square plus 1 equal to y square, was finally solved by renowned Swiss mathematician Leonhard Euler in 1732. And Euler accidentally named this equation as Pell's equation, but it has no historical justification whatever. There is no contribution of Pell to this equation. But surprisingly and coincidentally, the very same equation 61x square plus 1 equal to y square was completely solved by great Indian mathematician Bhaskaracharya in 1150 AD by famous Chakrawal method in his text Bijganitam, about 500 years prior to Fermat's challenge. यथा शिखा मयूराणां नागानां मणयो यथा तद्वत् वेदांग शास्त्राणां गणितमूर्धनि स्थितम्. The meaning of this Sanskrit shlok is as the crest on peacock and jewels on the serpents, mathematics stays at the head of all the Vedanta Shastras. This is the supreme importance given to mathematics in Vedas by Rishi Lagat in 1000 BC. The first significant text of Vedic period is Shulva Sutra, composed around 8th century BC. In Shulva Sutra, named by Vedic scholars Bodhayan, Apastam and Katyayan, mathematical rules for construction of Yajna Bhumika, that is sacrificial altars, are given. The word Shulva means rope, which was used to measure length in ancient times, and Sutra means formula. For the first time in the world history of mathematics, linear indeterminate equations are discussed in Bodhayan and Apastam Shulva Sutra to construct altars for worship of God. Here is an example of simultaneous linear indeterminate equations in two variables from Bodhayan Shulva Sutra. The method of solving indeterminate equation in integers was systematically discussed for the first time in the world history of mathematics by great Indian mathematician Aryabhatta in 499 AD in his text Aryabhattiyam. So it is with Aryabhatta's contribution that we begin our historical study. Aryabhatta is one of the greatest mathematicians for all time. Aryabhatta was born on March 21, 476 AD. Probably Aryabhatta was native of Kerala and migrated to Kusumpura. Aryabhata's celebrated work Aryabhatiam text was written in 499 AD. The most significant contribution of Aryabhata in this text is his method of solving a first degree indeterminate equation of two unknowns, ax minus by equal to c. It is considered as Aryabhata's most remarkable contribution to mathematics. Aryabhata gives the method in just 2 stanzas in Sanskrit. The method of solving indeterminate equation of first degree in integers is called Kuttaka. Kuttaka literally means pulverizing or breaking, and the name has been given on account of the process of continued division that is adopted for the solution. Now I illustrate Aryabhata's method of solving first degree indeterminate equation with the help of an example. 137x plus tan equal to 60y. First of all, choose larger of two coefficients 137 and 60 and perform the repeated division as in the SCF process, forming this table having column 1 entries dividend equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder as 137 equal to 16 into 2 plus 17, and second column entries for quotients and third column entries for remainder. We choose a multiplier z such that on multiplication by the last residue, ultimate remainder 1, and subtracting constant tan of equation from the product, the result is divisible by penultimate remainder 8 to obtain quotient m equal to 1 and z equal to 18. Hence we form a table in which entries of bottom row R1 are m equal to 1 and entries of row R2 are z equal to 18. Column 1 entries contains quotients from top to bottom 2, 3, 1, 1. Remaining entries of second column can be obtained by Urdu telegram method. 18 of second column is multiplied upward crosswise and product is added to vertically downwards, that is 18 into 1 plus 1 equal to 19. The same process is repeated as 19 into 1 plus 18 equal to 37, 37 into 3 plus 19 equal to 130, 130 into 2 plus 37 equal to 297. Thus finally x equal to 130 and y equal to 297 are solutions of the given equation. Noting that 130 is equivalent to 10 modulo 60 and 297 is equivalent to 23 modulo 137. We get x equal to 10 and y equal to 23 is simple solution, and the general solution is x equal to 10 plus 60m and y equal to 23 plus 137m. The method of solving Varga Prakriti nx square plus 1 equal to y square was discussed for the first time in the history of mathematics by great Indian mathematician Brahmagupta in 628 AD, 1000 years prior to Fermat's Selene. In his text Brahma Sputa Siddhanta, Brahmagupta was known as Ganak Chakra Chudamani, the jewel in the galaxy of mathematicians. Brahmagupta was born in 598 AD. His well-known work and masterpiece Brahma Sputa Siddhanta was composed in 628 AD. Its 18th chapter denotes algebra. This chapter contains method of solving Varga Prakriti nx square plus 1 equal to y square. This is the most outstanding contribution of Brahmagupta to mathematics. Brahmagupta's lemmas are technically called Samasa Bhavana. His first lemma is called Tulya Samasa Bhavana, means additive composition of equals. It states that if alpha beta is the solution of nx square plus k equal to y square, then 2 alpha beta comma n alpha square plus beta square is the solution of nx square plus k square equal to y square. Brahmagupta's second lemma is called Atulya Samasa Bhavana, means additive composition of unequals. It states that if alpha 1 beta 1 and alpha 2 beta 2 are solution of Varga Prakriti, nx square plus k1 equal to y square and nx square plus k2 equal to y square, then alpha 1 beta 2 plus alpha 2 beta 1 and beta 1 beta 2 plus n alpha 1 alpha 2 be the solution of equations nx square plus k1 k2 equal to y square. Now illustrate Brahmagupta's method of solving Varga Prakriti with the help of an example worked out in Brahma Sputa Siddhanta. What's the number whose square multiplied by 8 and then combined with unity yields a perfect square? Mathematical format of this problem is at x square plus 1 equal to y square. By Vilokanam, that is by mere observation, the solution 1, 3 will satisfy the equation. On performing Tulya Samasa Bhavana on 1, 3, the new solution 6, 17 will satisfy the equation. On performing Atulya Samasa Bhavana on 1, 3 and 6, 17, a new solution obtained 35, 99. In this manner, infinitely many solutions can be obtained. The only drawback in this method is need of trial solution to start with. Bhaskaracharya was a mathematician par excellence. Bhaskaracharya was most popular of Indian mathematicians. He was born in 1140 AD. Bhaskara celebrated for Bijaganitam is a treatise on advanced algebra. Most important part of Bhaskara's algebra is Indian side method called Raval method to solve the integrated equation x square plus 1 equal to y square. Bhaskaracharya improved upon Brahmagupta's method. The handicap of trial solution is ably got over by the remarkable Chakraval method. Now I present a famous Chakraval method, a gem of Bhaskara's algebra to solve nx square plus 1 equal to y square. An auxiliary equation is taken, na square plus k equal to b square, and always n into 1 square plus m square minus n equal to m square. So a comma b and 1 comma m are solutions of equation 1 and equation 2 respectively. On performing Atulya Samasa Bhavana on these two solutions, a new solution am plus b comma na plus bm is obtained, satisfying nx square plus k into m square minus n equal to y square. On putting these values in the equation will become n into a plus b whole square plus k into m square minus n equal to na plus bm whole square. On dividing both sides by k square, the equations modifies to n into am plus b by k whole square plus m square minus n by k equal to na plus bm by k whole square. This equation is known as Bhaskara's equation. So by Vilokanam, m is chosen so that am plus b by k is an integer and modulus of m square minus n is minimal. On putting this value of m in Bhaskara's equation reduces in the form n a1 square plus k1 equal to b1 square. Using a1, b1, k1 instead of a, b, k in equation 1, the same process is repeated until k equal to 1, 2 or 4 octet. Now Brahmagupta's approach gives the final solution. This is the Chakrawal method. To illustrate Chakrawal method, now I present solution of Fermat's challenge, which was worked out in Bhaskara's Bijganitam. What's the number whose square multiplied by 61 and then combined to unity yields a perfect square? Mathematical format of this problem is 61x square plus 1 equal to y square. Assuming a parallel auxiliary equation, 61a square plus k equal to b square, by Vilokanam, a equal to 1, k equal to 3, b equal to 8, satisfying an auxiliary equation. On putting these values in Bhaskara's equation to get 61 into m plus 8 by 3 whole square plus m square minus 61 by 3 equal to 61 plus 18 by 3 whole square. Now for n equal to 7, m plus 8 by 3 is an integer and m square minus 61 by 3 is minimum and numerically small integer. Taking m equal to 7, the equation reduces to 61 into 5 square minus 4 equal to 39 square. On dividing both sides by 4, equation modifies to 61 into 5 by 2 whole square minus 1 equal to 39 by 2 whole square with solution 5 by 2 comma 39 by 2 and k equal to minus 1. On performing Tulya Samasa Bhavana, on 5 comma 2 and 5 by 2 comma 39 by 2, a new solution 195 by 2 comma 1523 by 2 obtained. We satisfy 61x square plus 1 equal to y square. Again on applying Atulya Samasa Bhavana on two solutions, 195 by 2, 153 by 2 and 5 by 2, 39 by 2, a new solution 3805 and 29718 obtained, satisfying 61x square minus 1 equal to y square. Lastly, performing Tulya Samasa Bhavana on 3805 and 29718, we obtain the solution x equal to 226153980 and y equal to 1766319049. In fact, these are the least integral values of x and y, having 9 and 10 digits respectively, satisfying the equation 61x square plus 1 equal to y square. Infinitely many solutions can be obtained by repeated applications of Samasa Bhavana. Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Most celebrated great Indian mathematician of 9th century, Mahaviracharya, discussed very interesting problem of linear indeterminate equation with poetic imagination in his text Ganita Sar Sangrah in 850 AD. Here is an example of problem given in Ganit Sar Sangrah which leads to linear indeterminate equation. The problem is three merchants find a purse lying in the road. One merchant says, if I keep the purse, I shall have twice as much money as the two of you together. Give me the purse and I shall have 3 times as much, said the second merchant. The third merchant said, if I keep the purse, I shall have 5 times as the two of you together. How much money is in the purse? How much money does each merchant have? The mathematical format of the problem is given here. There is no unique solution of this indeterminate equation, but Mahaviracharya found smallest solution of this problem in integers and claims that any other integral solution of this problem is multiple of this solution. Here P stands for amount in purse. X, Y, Z are the respective amount of money of first, second and third merchants. National Mathematics Day is celebrated every year on December 22 across the nation to recognize and celebrate the work of Srinivas Ramanujan. It was on this day in 1887 the Indian mathematical genius Srinivas Ramanujan was born. Almost in the tradition of ancient Indian mathematicians, Srinivas Ramanujan is the crowning glory of this tradition. He was the greatest mathematician of the century and gift from heaven. When he was a student of elementary school, once his teacher taught that if any number is divided by a number itself, the answer is always 1. Immediately Ramanujan asked, is this rule applicable for 0 also? However, Ramanujan corrected his teacher that this rule is not applicable for 0, where he showed early signs of his genius. Ramanujan had a computer algebra package in his head. He compiled over 3,500 equations in his life. Most mathematical research of S. Ramanujan was intuitive. The man who knew infinity, that S. Ramanujan devised his own method of solving cubic, quadratic and quintic equations. In 1913, Ramanujan had given an exponential indeterminate equation 2 to the power n minus 7 equal to x square, and conjectured that this equation having only 5 integral solutions, n equal to 3, x equal to 1, n equal to 4, x equal to 3, n equal to 5, x equal to 5, n equal to 7, x equal to 11, and n equal to 5, x equal to 181. This equation 2 to the power n minus 7 equal to x square is known as Ramanujan's equation, which is named after great Indian mathematician S. Ramanujan. So here is a historical trail indeterminate equations are wrongly called Diophantine equations after the name of ancient Greek mathematician Diophantus of 3rd century AD. Diophantus was concerned with the determination of rational solutions of this equation. In his text, Arithmetica, is also particular cases of equations of the form y square equal to ax square plus bx plus c. The name Diophantine equation given to quadratic indeterminate equation is a historical error. This text deals with solving algebraic equations with integer coefficients for which rational solutions are sought. Also, the name given Pell's equation by Euler is wrong. It is no historical justification whatever. There is no contribution of Pell to this equation. It is a misfortune that many links of the past are buried in the sands of time. This remarkable achievement of great Indian mathematicians Aryabhatta, Brahmagupta and Bhaskara to obtain integral solutions of indeterminate equation is beyond all praise. Unfortunately, these amazing discoveries found no favor with some of their successor mathematicians of the world. This is a tragedy of Indian mathematics. I hope that this presentation lead to proper appreciation of the greatest contribution of ancient Indian mathematicians. And under these circumstances, it should be appropriate to call Aryabhatta as father of algebra, as he rightly deserves this title, and designate the equation of the form nx square plus 1 equal to y square as the Brahmagupta-Bhaskara's equation. Also, interesting problems from Mahaviracharya's Ganit Sar Sangrah should be included in the education. Now I come to second part of my presentation, applications of Vedic mathematics. Am I audible, ma'am? Can my voice reach you?
Yes, sir.
Vedic mathematics is an ancient Indian wisdom which is rediscovered from Vedas. By regular practice of Vedic maths, the holistic development of human brain takes place. This is the most important feature of Vedic mathematics. Now I present holistic development of human brain through Vedic mathematics. Brain is the most complex organ of human body. It is command center of all we think, feel and do. It is seat of intelligence, memory, consciousness and voluntary actions. Cerebrum is the largest part of human brain. Cerebrum is divided into two symmetrical hemispheres called left brain and right brain. Left brain is called digital brain. It collects information, does sequential analysis and arrive at logical conclusions. While right brain is called analog brain. It works with pattern recognition and performs tasks that to do with creativity. According to brain split theory of Rogers Ferry, he was Nobel Prize winner. He belongs to California. There are two variants in human, right brain dominated and left brain dominated. Right brain people are most likely to be creative and expressive, while left brain people tend to be more analytical and logical. It is our that most of the people today are left brain, means they use their left brain more, so their left side of brain is more activated. It has also been noted that genius people have been using their right brain to achieve exceptional results and stardom in their field. For example, great scientist Albert Einstein, who gave theory of relativity, prominent great mathematician S. Ramanujan, a man who knew infinity, found out miraculous Vedic mathematics, Bharti Krishna Tirthi Maharaj, Master Blaster Indian cricketer Sachin Tendulkar, all are right brain people. Unfortunately, this most powerful right brain remains undeveloped in most of us. Right brain became manosphere nowadays. We observe that 90% people don't know how to activate their right side of brain. So can we develop our right side of brain, or can right brain thinking be taught? The answer is yes. By regular practice of Vedic mathematics, development of both sides of brain takes place. Now I want to give you brief introduction of Vedic mathematics. वेद विश्व के प्राचीनतम और प्रामाणिक ग्रंथ है। संपूर्ण ब्रह्मांड का ज्ञान वेदों में समाहित है। Vedic mathematics is ancient Indian mathematics which is rediscovered from Vedas. वैदिक गणित के आद्य संशोधक और प्रणेता पूज्य स्वामी भारती कृष्ण तीर्थजी महाराज हैं। वे गोवर्धन मठ जगन्नाथपुरी के 143वें शंकराचार्य थे। उन्होंने वेदों का गहन अध्ययन किया और सन 1918 में अथर्ववेद के मंत्रों से 16 सूत्र खोज निकाले। These are one-line formula in Sanskrit which describe whole of mathematics. 16 सूत्रों पर आधारित इस गणितीय पद्धति को स्वामी जी ने वैदिक गणित नाम दिया। This formula is easy to learn, fast to use, and less prone to error. This formula are एकाधिकेन पूर्वेण निखिलं नवतः चर्मं दशतः ऊर्ध्वतिर्यद्भ्यां परावर्त्यो जेत शून्यं साम्य समुच्चये अनुरूपये शून्यमन्यत संकलन व्यवकलनाभ्यां पूर्णाभ्यां चलनकलनाभ्यां यावदूनं व्यष्टि समष्टिः शेषायंकेन चर्मेण सोपान्त्यद्वयमन्तयम् एकन्यूनेन पूर्वेण गुणितः समुच्चयः गुणकः समुच्चयः। वैदिक गणित अत्यंत रुचिकर और मजेदार मेंटल मैथ्स है। इससे मैथ्स के टफ प्रॉब्लम्स भी चुटकियों में सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। In today's competitive world, only fastest will survive, and Vedic mathematics is world's fastest system and blessing for candidates of competitive exams. Real beauty and effectiveness of Vedic maths cannot be fully appreciated without actually practicing the system. So now let's walk into the wonderful world of Vedic maths. And please keep your pen, paper or calculator aside, because today you will use only your brain to do mathematics, and you will be able to activate your right side of brain. I am going to demonstrate examples to show you importance of Vedic maths in holistic development of human being. No matter how good you have remembered tables, multiplication for more than 2-digit numbers always take time. But with Vedic maths it is always easy. Today we will see how multiplication can be done in a smarter and faster way by Vedic methods. Modern mathematics में हम देखते हैं कि there is unique method of multiplication, but in Vedic methods based on pattern of numbers, there are some super special methods, special method, and general method to solve all multiplication problem. One super special method Vedic multiplication is based on formula ekadikeena purveda. Little meaning of Vedic sutra ekadikeena purveda is one more than the previous. पहले से एक अधिक. This method is applicable to the product of identical numbers ending in 5 or squares of numbers ending in 5. For example 65 into 65. तो बहुत इजीली सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. आंसर दो पार्ट में फाइंड करते हैं, लेफ्ट पार्ट एंड राइट पार्ट. LHS फाइंड करने के लिए फर्स्ट डिजिट 6 और उसका एकाधिकार, उसके बाद आने वाला नंबर 7, 6 और 7 का मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो LHS होगा 6 into 7 42 और LHS लास्ट डिजिट्स का मल्टीप्लाई 5 into 5 या 5 square 25. LHS 42 और RHS 25 को कंबाइन करने पर फाइनल आंसर 4225 मिलेगा. Let us take another multiplication of 995 to 995. It seems to be difficult, but it is quite easy. LHS is 99 into ekadika of 99 means 99 into 100, which is equal to 9900, and RHS is again 25. So final answer is 990025. This method can be extended to multiply numbers having sum of last digits 10 and other higher placed digits are identical. इसके लिए हम वैदिक सूत्र अंत्योदशक एपी का उपयोग करेंगे. फॉर एग्जांपल 12 into 18, यहाँ लास्ट डिजिट्स का सम प्लस 10 है और 10th प्लेस के डिजिट 1 दोनों नंबर्स में कॉमन है. तो LHS ऑफ आंसर 1 into 2 equal to 2 और RHS ऑफ आंसर लास्ट डिजिट्स का प्रोडक्ट 2 into 8 16 होगा. दोनों पार्ट्स को कंबाइन करने पर फाइनल आंसर 216 मिलेगा. We take one more example, 34 into 36. LHS of answer is common 10th place digit 3 into next consecutive number 4, which is equal to 12, and RHS is product of last digits 4 into 6 equal to 24. Combining two parts, the final answer is 1224. Now I am sure that you can do these multiplications in same way in no time. For example, 46 into 44. LHS of answer 4 into ekadika of 4 into 520. RHS of answer is 6 into 4 24. On combining two parts, final answer होगा 2024. Let us take one more multiplication, 103 into 107. LHS is 10 into ekadika of 10, 10 into 11 equal to 110, and RHS is 3 into 7 equal to 21. So the final answer is 11021. I am sure that you have learned and enjoyed this method of multiplication. In the whole number series, 9 is the most interesting number. So the multiplication by 9 or series of 9 is also very interesting in itself. If a number is to be multiplied by another number containing only 9s or series of 9, the answer can be arrived in a very easy and amazing way. To get LHS of answer, we use formula means 1 less than the previous. पहले से एक and to get RHS we use formula Nikhilam Nauta Charamam Dashata means all from 9 and last from 10. We take one example to understand the process. Now if I say you to multiply 2347 and 9999, then perhaps you will take time to answer. But with Vedic maths it is always easy. 2347 का एक न्यून है ना, 2347 का एक न्यून है ना, 2347 minus 2346 यह LHS होगा और RHS फाइंड करने के लिए सभी डिजिट्स को 9 में से माइनस करते हैं और लास्ट डिजिट को 10 में से माइनस करते हैं। तो RHS की फर्स्ट डिजिट होगी 9 minus 2 equal to 7, सेकंड डिजिट 9 minus 3 equal to 6, थर्ड डिजिट 9 minus 4 equal to 5 और लास्ट डिजिट 10 minus 7 equal to 3। तो RHS होगा 7653। LHS और RHS को कंबाइन करने पर आंसर होगा 23467653। We take one more example to better understand the process. 74 into 99. LHS is 74 minus 1, 73. RHS is 9 minus 1, 10 minus 4 equal to 26. So the final answer of 10 by writing two parts together is 7326. Amazingly how easy it is. Here we practice two more similar examples of quick multiplication to get answer magic speed. For example, 4835 into 9999. Left part is 4835 minus 1 is equal to 4834 and right part of the answer can be obtained by making every digit 9 and last digit 10. For first digit of right part 4 plus 5 equal to 9, so first digit is 5 और second digit 8 plus 1 equal to 9, so second digit is 1. 3 plus 6 equal to 9, so third digit is 6. 5 plus 5 equal to 10, so last digit is 5. So right part of the answer is 5165. So the final answer is 48345165. Similarly for 48 into 99, LHS is 48 minus 1 equal to 47. RHS of answer is 4 plus 5 equal to 9, 8 plus 2 equal to 10. So RHS is 52. So the final answer is 4752. I hope that new learners of Vedic maths became speed multipliers now. So to check how fast can you multiply, please try to solve these questions mentally and write your answers on paper. Take 1 minute time and try to solve these questions yourself.
सुजाता, इससे बेटर मिक्सर ग्राइंडर नहीं आता।
यही संदेश है कि आतंकवाद की यही सजा होगी। लेकिन मुझे सवाल पूछना है, सोनिया जी, अरविंद केजरीवाल, ममता बनर्जी, दिग्विजय सिंह, सब लोगों ने पुलिस की कार्रवाई पर ही सवाल या निशान उठाए थे और आतंकवादियों का एक तरह से पक्ष लिया था। आज हम पूछना चाहते और उन्होंने मांग करते हैं कि उनको आज देश से माफी मांगनी चाहिए। यही उसका प्रायश्चित है।
So you can tell your answers from this answer slide.
आज हम आपको कांग्रेस पार्टी के
And you will be surprised to know that most of you participants
2008 में हुए
solved such long multiplication sums in less than 1 minute time.
ये तो एनकाउंटर जो हुआ है
No, I present.
आप सोचिए इंस्पेक्टर मोहन चंद्र शर्मा के परिवार के लोगों पर
Very important rapid magical
अपनी जान पर खेल कर इस
Vedic method, which is based on base system.
कांग्रेस के बड़े नेता दिग्विजय सिंह लगातार इस एनकाउंटर
This method is called Nikhilam method.
कानून मंत्री सलमान खुर्शीद ने 2012 में दिए
For this method,
कहा था कि
numbers close to base
आतंकवादियों की तस्वीरें देखकर
are very important to us.
आंसू आ गए
Integral powers of 10
इस एनकाउंटर को तब फेक बताया था और आता
like 10, 100, 1000 are called base numbers.
लेकिन आज हम कहना चाहते हैं कि अदालत के
Numbers to be multiplied may be above or
राजनीति छोड़ने का समय
below the base. Difference between number and base is called deviation.
कभी नहीं देंगे लेकिन
Deviation may be positive or negative.
अगर
Number of
भी अपनी गलती का एहसास
digits and deviation is equal to number of zeros in the base.
माननी चाहिए आज हमने उन नेताओं
I illustrate Nikhilam method of multiplication
निकाले क्योंकि आप
with the help of examples. First we take multiplication of numbers close
देखिए कि उस जमाने में
to base
सारे नेता
and below base.
के बारे में
94 और 98 का मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं, दोनों बेस 100 से छोटे नंबर हैं, इसलिए डेविएशन 2 डिजिट में और माइनस में लिखेंगे। 94 और 100 का डिफरेंस 6 आता है और 98 और 100 का डिफरेंस 2 आता है, इसलिए डेविएशंस -06 और -02 को रिस्पेक्टिव नंबर्स के पास में लिख लेंगे। राइट पार्ट ऑफ आंसर फाइंड करने के लिए डेविएशन इसका वर्टिकल मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं 6 into 12। लेफ्ट पार्ट फाइंड करने के लिए क्रॉस में सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं, 94 में से 2 भी सब्ट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं या 98 - 6 भी कर सकते हैं। तो लेफ्ट पार्ट ऑफ द आंसर इज 92। दोनों पार्ट्स को कंबाइन करने पर फाइनल आंसर होगा 9212। Now we take second example, 102 into 109. Here both numbers are higher than base 100. So positive deviations +02 and +09 are written in front of respective numbers. Right part of answer is product of surplus 2 and 9. 2 into 9 is 18. And left part of answer is cross addition, 109 plus 2 or 102 plus 9, which is equal to 111. Combining two parts, we get final
नेता कहाँ जाकर छुपे
answer 11,118.
अदालत ने आतंकवादी आरिस्मान पर 11 लाख
In the third example, we take first number 1004
लाख रुपए का जुर्माना
above the base 1000 and second number 998
शर्मा के परिवार को
below the base 1000.
अदालत का एक फैसला
Right respective deviations
सबक है जिन्होंने
+004 and -002 in front of.
अब जब 5 राज्यों में विधानसभा के
Right part of the answer is product of deviations
है कि मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण की
-008
कांग्रेस के यही
and left part of answer is 1004
सजा माफी का मुद्दा भी
-2
और आप हैरान न होइए
और 998 plus 4,
अगर आपको अगले कुछ दिनों में ये
which is equal to 1002.
और टीवी चैनल्स पर
To remove negative
हालांकि सवाल ये है कि क्या किसी
portion of answer, we just apply ekanyunayana purvena
खुश होते हैं आज
in left part
क्योंकि ये पुराने
to get 1002 minus 1, which is equal
यही सोचते आए हैं
to 1001 as answer and apply all from 9 last from
बात कराते हैं तो शायद
10 in right part, we get 992 as answer.
हमारे देश के मुसलमान
The final answer is 100199.
बिजली
This sum is
सड़क शिक्षा स्वास्थ्य
just like first two sums, except that we need to clear the minus part at the end. Now we try to solve these sums mentally without using copy and pen. For numbers smaller than base, 98 into 96, the most efficient way to multiply these numbers mentally First select smaller of two numbers. Here smaller number is 96 and subtract deviation of other number 2 from it to get 94. Then multiply deficiencies 2 and 4, which is equal to 0 and this RHS. Combining two parts, 9408 will be the answer. For numbers greater than base, we take example 103 into 102. यहाँ हम बड़ा नंबर 103 सेलेक्ट करेंगे और इसमें दूसरे नंबर का सरप्लस 2 प्लस कर देंगे। 103 प्लस 2 105, ये आंसर का LHS होगा। राइट पार्ट के लिए सरप्लस 3 और 2 का मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे जो कि 06 होगा, तो फाइनल आंसर हमारा होगा 10506। Now we take example of mixed numbers 107 into 98. From the bigger number, subtract efficiency of smaller number. That is 107 minus 2 equal to 105 and multiply deviation. 7 into minus 2 equal to minus 14. Mentally reduce 105 by 1 to get 104 as LHS. And applying all from 9 and last from 10 to 14 to get 86 as right part. Combining two parts, we get final answer 10486. You see, it's such long multiplications are done in seconds with wonderful easy methods of Vedic maths. Same question if solved by conventional method, it will take few minutes to solve. Another interesting multiplication for multiplication of identical numbers or for squares of numbers close to base. The same Nikhilam method with slight modification called Yavatunam Taunikratya Vargachayojit can be used. The Vedic Sutra Yavatunam states that whatever the extent of its deviation, decrease it further to that extent and set up the square of the deficiency. Now I illustrate Yavatunam method with the help of example. 98 square. लेफ्ट पार्ट ऑफ आंसर के लिए 98 से डेफिशिएंसी 2 को माइनस करते हैं, तो 98 minus 2 is 96. राइट पार्ट ऑफ आंसर के लिए डेफिशिएंसी 2 का स्क्वायर करेंगे तो 04। हमारा फाइनल आंसर 98 स्क्वायर होगा 9604। Now taking an example of square of numbers above is 107 square. Since 107 is 7 more than base 100, so we add surplus 7 to 107 to get 107 plus 7 equal to 114 as LHS, and RHS is 7 square 49. So 107 square is 11449. Similarly, 111 square, LHS is 111 plus 11, that is 122. RHS is 11 square 121. But right part should be of 2 digits, as we are working with base 100 only. So we drop 21 and carry 1 to left neighborhood. So 122 plus 1 is 123. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 will be the answer. Till now, we have learned various multiplication methods. All methods studied so far are useful only in certain special cases. Now I present the general Vedic method for multiplying any two given numbers. Here the Vedic Sutra used it Urdhva means vertically and crosswise. As the name suggests, the method consists of steps including vertical multiplication and crosswise multiplication and giving the answer in one straight line. The multiplication can be carried out from left to right or from right to left. One can use this method when one finds it difficult to solve the example by any other method presented earlier. Here an example of 5-digit numbers is given to get answer in single digit. We take one example to understand the method of Volvo-Theroux clearly. 21 into 34. The steps involved in Volvo-Theroux can be explained with the help of row diagram, ray diagram where on the digits. हम राइट से लेफ्ट को प्रोसीड करते हैं. सबसे पहले लास्ट कॉलम के डिजिट्स 1 और 4 को वर्टिकली मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो यूनिट प्लेस का आंसर 1 into 4 4 होगा. सेकंड स्टेप में हम क्रॉस वाइज मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो 2 into 4 8 और 3 into 1 3. इन पार्शियल प्रोडक्ट्स 8 और 3 को प्लस करते हैं तो 8 plus 3 equal to 11. We drop 1 and carry 1 to left neighborhood. इसलिए हम 1 को लेफ्ट साइड में ट्रांसपोज करके 100 प्लेस के आंसर में प्लस करेंगे. थर्ड स्टेप में फर्स्ट कॉलम का वर्टिकल मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं 2 into 3 6 और इसमें कैरी 1 प्लस करते हैं 6 plus 1 equal to 7. तो 100 इसका आंसर 7 होगा. So the final answer 21 into 34 equal to 714. Similarly, this slide represents multiplication of 2 3-digit numbers. In the same way, this multiplication is carried out in 5 parts and answer is written in single line. Here multiplication of 2 4-digit numbers is given.
कि मैं उसके घर के मामले में इंटरफेयर कर रहा हूं कि वो उसकी गर्लफ्रेंड को उसके घर में लेके आया.
In modern mathematics, we have a unique method for multiplication. According to me, which is suitable for only dull-headed student. It is like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Because of this type of our academic diet of straightforward analysis, right brain remains undeveloped in most of us. Now you all are familiar with different Vedic methods of multiplication. Observing the nature of the numbers to be multiplied, we can decide the easiest and suitable method. A single problem can be solved by various methods. Moreover, all problems can also be solved by single Vedic method. This flexibility of Vedic math system develops creativity, hence develops the right side of brain. As all of you have seen, that the very first step to solve any problem by Vedic method is to recognize the pattern of the problem, which involves systematic use of right brain. Then logical computations are done by left brain. Even while computing, due to various options available, mind is always active, alert and attentive. Thus, by practicing Vedic math, development of both left and right brain takes place. It is one common misconception that use of Vedic mathematics is limited to shortcuts of arithmetic calculations only. लेकिन मैं आपको यह बताना चाहता हूँ कि Vedic mathematics has applications in almost every part of mathematics, like analytical geometry, trigonometry, calculus, statistics, applied mathematics. Vedic maths can also be applied to information technology, digital electronics, artificial artificial intelligence, planetary motion, and dimensional space. Vedic maths is extremely useful for engineering and management students also. It has come to my knowledge that many students preparing for competitive exams have also joined the webinar. Vedic maths methods play a major role in deciding someone's career. Using Vedic maths has merit in any competitive exam where quantitative aptitude is key requirement. So I am going to present some special Vedic maths methods which can be very useful for aspirants of competitive exams. Here I present special method of Vedic maths for solving simultaneous linear equations. Some simultaneous linear equations which may involve big numbers but having a certain ratio between the coefficients can be solved easily. This comes under Vedic Sutra Anurupena Shunyam, which means if one is in the ratio, then other one is 0. We take one example, 426x plus 128y equal to 512, 792x plus 256y equal to 1024. यहाँ पर हम देखते हैं कि y कोएफिशिएंट्स का रेशियो 128/2 is equal to 1:2 है और कांस्टेंट टर्म्स का रेशियो 512/1024 ये भी 1:2 है। दोनों रेशियो इक्वल है इसलिए दूसरे वेरिएबल x की वैल्यू 0 x इक्वल टू 0 यदि हम फर्स्ट इक्वेशन में सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं तो हमको y इक्वल टू 512/120 इक्वल टू 4 मिलता है तो हमारा फाइनल आंसर होगा x इक्वल टू 0 and y इक्वल टू 4. Doesn't it looks like a magic to give solution of such big equation on mere side? We take one more example to better understand the process. 12x plus 78y equal to 24, 16x plus 76y equal to 32. Here ratio of x coefficients is 12/16 equal to 3/4 and ratio of constant terms is also 24/32 equal to 3/4. So value of other variable y is 0. On putting this value of y equal to 0 in any of equation, here we substitute y equal to 0 in first equation, we get x equal to 24/12 which is equal to 2. So x equal to 2 and y equal to 0 will be the answer. This formula Anurupa Shunya Manyata can also be extended and applied for solution of linear equation, system of linear equation for more than 2 variables also. We take one example of linear equations in 3 variables. Here ratio of x coefficients is 2:3:5 which is equal to ratio of constant terms 4:6:10. So value of other variables y equal to z equal to 0. On putting these values of y and z in equation 1, we get x equal to 4/2 equal to 2. So the final answer is x equal to 2, y equal to z equal to 0. I hope that you must have enjoyed this method of solving linear equations. The Vedic method for finding HCF, that is highest common factor of 2 or more polynomials, is much more easier than the traditional one. There is absolutely no need to find out factors as we do in conventional method. The Vedic Sutra Lopana Sthapna Bhyam, which means elimination and retention, and Sankalan Vyavkalana Bhyam, which means addition and subtraction are applicable in finding HCF. Now I illustrate Vedic method of finding HCF with the help of an example, to find HCF of x square plus 7x plus 6 and x square minus 5x minus 6. सबसे पहले हम हाईएस्ट पावर ऑफ x मतलब x स्क्वायर को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए सेकंड पॉलिनोमियल को फर्स्ट पॉलिनोमियल में से सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं. सब्ट्रैक्शन का रिजल्ट आता है 12 into x plus 1. सेकंड स्टेप में लोएस्ट पावर ऑफ x 6 को एलिमिनेट करने के लिए दोनों पॉलिनोमियल्स को प्लस करते हैं. इसका रिजल्ट आता है 2 into x plus 1. दोनों ऑपरेशंस का कॉमन रिजल्ट 2 into x plus 1 है. यही हमारा रिक्वायर्ड HCF होगा. Let us understand this method of finding HCF with the help of another example. For finding HCF of two polynomials, x square minus 5x plus 6 and x square minus 6 plus 9. In the first step, to eliminate highest power of x, that is x square, we subtract second polynomial from first to get result x minus 3. This step, to eliminate constant terms, first we make constant terms same. To do this, we multiply first polynomial by 3 and second polynomial by 2. Then we subtract second polynomial from first. The answer is x into x minus 3. We select common result in two steps, is x minus 3. So the required HCF is x minus 3. Vedic method for finding HCF is time saving and very easy method. For finding LCM of two numbers, LCM is based on Vedic Sutra Anurupeni, means proportionately. This method is fast to use and less prone to error. To understand Anurupeni method of finding LCM of two numbers, we take one example. LCM of 104 and 66. सबसे पहले हम 104 और 66 फ्रैक्शन लेंगे. इसको लोएस्ट टर्म्स में रिड्यूस करते हैं. न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर को 2 से डिवाइड करते हैं. 104 upon 66 equal to 52 by 33. अब हम क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. 104 into 33 या 52 into 66 करते हैं. दोनों का आंसर 3432 मिलता है. मल्टीप्लिकेशन हम ऑल्टो टेलीग्राम सूत्र से कर सकते हैं. रिक्वायर्ड एलसीएम होगा 3432. To better understand the process, we take one more example. LCM of 216 and 108. Reducing fraction 216 upon 108 to lowest terms, we get 216 upon 108 equal to 2 by 1. On cross multiplication, 216 into 1 equal to 108 into 2 equal to 216 is required LCM. Now I present shortcut method of conversions from one unit to another. Shortcut सबको अच्छा लगता है. चाहे एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान तक जाने की बात हो अथवा मैथ किसी पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने की बात हो. यहाँ पर हम वैदिक मैथ्स के उपसूत्र विलोकनम का उपयोग करेंगे. कन्वर्टिंग किलोमीटर्स टू माइल्स इज यूजफुल फॉर व्हेन ट्रैवलिंग बिटवीन इंपीरियल एंड मेट्रिक कंट्रीज and need to know what kilometers to miles are. The formula to convert kilometers to miles is number of kilometers is divided by 8 and result is multiplied by 5. So let's try 80 kilometers to miles. In the first step we get 80 upon 8 equal to 10 and in second step 10 into 5 equal to 50. So answer is 50 miles approximately. This is the shortcut to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. Take 30 away from the Fahrenheit and then divide the answer by 2. This is your answer in Celsius. For example, अगर हमको 74 फ़ारेनहाइट को सेल्सियस में कन्वर्ट करना है तो पहले हम 30 माइनस करेंगे. 74 माइनस 30 इक्वल टू 44. सेकंड स्टेप में हम फर्स्ट स्टेप का आंसर 44 का हाफ करेंगे. हाफ ऑफ 44 22. So 74 degree Fahrenheit equal to 22 degrees Celsius. But remember, the answer you will get will not be an exact one, but it will give you rough idea of the temperature you are looking at. To convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, just do the reverse. Double the Celsius and then add 30. In this presentation, you will learn how to convert kilos to pounds. Let's start off with looking at converting kilos to pounds. 86 kilos to pounds. In first step, multiply the kilos by 2. To do this, just double the kilos. Double of 86 is 172. In second step, divide the answer by 10. To do this, just put a decimal point one place in from the right. So 172 by 10 equal to 17.2. Final step to add these two answers, 172 plus 17.2. So 189.2. So 86 kilos equal to 189.2 pounds nearly. Now I illustrate method of finding compound interest. Calculating compound interest is a topic that takes much time to compute, especially if we need to find the amount for multiple years. Conventional method require paper and pen to achieve complex calculations. But using a Vedic method, we calculate compound interest mentally very easy. For finding compound interest, we use Halud-Meru Prastar. Though this is an Indian invention, but it is a misfortune that it is popularly known as Pascal's triangle. It is a pyramidal expansion of squares. The first of square is marked with 1. The first and last squares of each are marked with 1. The value in the remaining intermediate squares in various rows is obtained by adding the figures in the two immediately above squares thereof. For example, in third row there are 3 squares in which first and last squares having values 1. The middle square figure is the sum of figures in the upper second row square. It is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. To find compound interest, we use this readily available Meru Prastar from second row onward. So in first square entries, one of each row are to be discarded. Now I illustrate the method of finding compound interest with the help of Meru Prastar. We use multipliers 2,1 for 2 years. These multipliers are written in the bottom of the slide. For 3 years, multipliers are 3,3,1 and 4,6,4,1 for 4 years and so on. We take first example to find compound interest for 2 years on rupees 2,000 at 5% per annum. तो 2000 का 5% लेते हैं तो 100 आता है. 100 का 5% लेते हैं तो 5 आता है.
युवराज जो पेपर उस बुझाली ना है
मल्टीप्लाई 2 और 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं.
युवराज जो पेपर उस
2 into 100 होता है. 1 into 5 5 होता है. पार्शियल प्रोडक्ट्स को प्लस करते हैं. 200 plus 5 205 will be the answer. एक थर्ड एग्जांपल हम ले रहे हैं लास्ट एग्जांपल इसका. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट फॉर 4 years on rupees 50,000 at 5%. We find 5% of 50,000 is equal to 2,500. 5% of 2,500 500 equal to 125. 5% of 125 equal to 6.25, and 5% of 6.25 is 0.3125. The respective multipliers 4641 found in fourth row. So the required compound interest is 4 into 2500 plus 6 into 125 plus 4 into 6.25 plus 1 into 0.3125 equal to 1077.3125. It is very simple method, and with little practice it can also be done mentally. To find approximate answer, we can ignore decimal part also. I think I have explained enough. My presentation comes to an end. Let me conclude. The Vedic mathematics approach is considered very close to the way a human mind works. Vedic mathematics provide cosmic software to cosmic computer. That is human brain. It systematically develops the two hemispheres of the human brain. It develops the multi-dimensional thinking capacity of human. Its regular practice develops the intuitive faculty of human brain. I conclude by the shlok written by famous ancient Indian mathematician Mahaviracharya. बहुविर्वी प्रलापे किं त्रैलोक्य चराचरे यत् किंचित वस्तु तत्सर्वं गणितेन विना नहीं। इस संस्कृत श्लोक का अर्थ है कि बहुत प्रलाप करने से क्या लाभ है। इस चराचर जगत में जो कोई भी वस्तु है उसको गणित के बिना नहीं समझा जा सकता। He meant to say that the mathematics is the language which God has written the universe. Thank you. Now I would like to invite maybe whatever your query, you can write in chat box. I would like to request you that please do not hesitate to ask questions. But first I want to tell few words to all students present in the webinar. Today most of the students consider mathematics as difficult and dull subject. They are afraid of maths and suffer from math phobia. Today we have seen that mathematics is difficult and dull subject is just an illusion. Mathematics is very easy and interesting subject. So never be scared of maths. Now we have some knowledge of wonderful Vedic sutras. Practice them, and most importantly practice your right side of brain with Vedic maths. And nobody can beat you in mathematics or in any science. I am sure that by activating right side of your brain, you will achieve great success in your career and every aspect of your life. Wish you all the best for very bright future. Thank you. Now I request Professor Harsha Atre ma'am to kindly coordinate and allow 3 to 4 responses from the participants. If there are some queries in the chat box, please read them out.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone want to ask a question? All participants. Dear students, anyone want to ask a question? Please raise your hand.
ये बाल मैंने बांधने के लिए नहीं बढ़ाए। जिन्हें हेयर फॉल का डर नहीं, उन्हें बाल खोलने का डर नहीं। पैंटीन एडवांस्ड हेयर फॉल सॉल्यूशन अब फर्मेंटेड चावलों के पानी और प्रो विटामिन्स के साथ, जो बालों का गिरना करे कम 14 दिनों में, क्योंकि तुमने बाल बांधने के लिए नहीं बढ़ाए। पैंटीन।
My WhatsApp number is given. if any query is there, you can rightly ask any question. You can write. You can WhatsApp me.
बड़े इरादों में जान डालते हैं। अल्ट्राटेक, India's number 1 cement.
Thank you.
No question, it means all students are brilliant in mathematics. Am I right?